Hi, my name is Daniel. I'm part of the TCAP program at Chattanooga State, and today we're going to show you how to properly hook up your manifold gauges, and we'll have some tips for you in terms of the description of the device and how to go about it. The first thing you should do, you should check for the refrigerant, and just to make sure that it's compatible with your gauges. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Right here, every unit is going to have a plate. We're trying to go as part of the EPA regulations, and as you can see right here, it says refrigerant R22, and our gauges are compatible with R22. One of the things important to mention is that they have been calibrated with a jug of refrigerant we had in the room, so they're good to go. The first thing that you want to do is to check for the O-rings. The rubber O-rings are in good shape. You don't want the refrigerant to leak or hit your face. So we check the front, so it's good. This one is good as well. Let me see one. This one is good as well. The O-ring is good. And you can even go and check the back, and also you have to make sure that you have the shredder, the presser right here, so it actually pushes the pin and lets the refrigerant flow through the system or through the manifold gauge. We check this one, it's good as well. We check this one, it's good. And the other step is to make sure that these valves are closed. And if you look at them like this, you make sure that they're like righty-tighty, completely closed. Same with this side, righty-tighty, and that's about it. Now, typically you will hook up the gauges on the system when it's off. So the high side will be the lowest PSI possible, the lowest pressure. So you don't move refrigerant, burn your hands, and protect yourself. We're gonna go ahead and do that right now. Make sure not to put this on the floor or get it dirty, or else you can get contaminants in the system. You may be able to put it on top of the unit. Just make sure you don't put it around. They can hit the blade and hit your face. It's very important to purge your lines, and the way you do it is by placing it on the floor. You want the refrigerant to go through the hose and actually get rid of all the moisture and oxygen and other gases that may be there. You have to start these right here, about three spins, and if you blow on it, you can actually hear that it flows through the hose. You start it right here. Once it's started, you get ready to hook it up. You can hear that. Boop. The hose has been purged. And now we go ahead and turn on the unit. This actually doesn't have power. And in cool mode, you have to turn it on cool mode so it starts the cycle. You wait for a couple minutes. It is important also to mention in these couple minutes that we have that the gauges, they actually have the pressure temperature relationship printed on them. As you can see right now, the pressure in the hot side is actually going down a little bit. It's probably going to reach around 150 psi. The psi is always printed on the outside of the gauge, and it's saying the temperature is about 83 degrees. It's still going down, more like 80, 150 psi for R22, which is the green one. And yeah, it's very useful. It would actually help you measure the subcool and the superheat once you have to try to repair the system or troubleshoot it. Again, right now we have some of the friends in class. We have Red right here. He's part of the class as well. We have Jason. Say hi to the camera.
Hi, Jason.
We have Chris. We have Kevin and Richard. Yes.
And myself. Hi.
what else can I tell you? One of the reasons why we're going through all these steps is because you want to avoid losing refrigerant, which is going to end up damaging the ozone layer, and because you don't want to burn your fingers. R-22, once it hits the atmosphere, it boils at minus 40 degrees. If you're working with 410A, it would actually boil at minus 60 degrees. So definitely get a frostbite on your hands. How much time has it been? Is it a good time?
It's about 2 minutes.
Yeah. So right here, okay, a little bit close, you can see. We have it again at 150 psi. It's very stable, so we're gonna go ahead and hook up the low side, and we'll do it the same way. Cap right here. We do about 3 turns. 1, 2, 3. There you go. We started. Now we're ready with your other hand right here. It's perched. And we're gonna have in this unit around almost 50 psi for a 21, 22 degrees temperature. These are the basic steps to hook up your gauge to the system. And right now is when you proceed to troubleshoot, check your superheat, subcool, maybe check around to make sure the system is in good conditions, that your evaporator is not dirty, and all the head pressure and all that stuff. So we're gonna pretend that we did all that. Now we're gonna get ready to unhook your gauges. This is the way you do it. The first thing that you do is you lock your high side valve right here. What it does is that it locks the refrigerant right in this hose, right? We want to get the refrigerant passing to the suction line, and the way we're going to do that, we have to purge the yellow hose, right?
Back side.
From the high side to the low side, you want to pass the refrigerant.
Back side of the yellow. The back yellow line.
The back yellow line, there you go. So we lock it on the front, right? It's completely locked. And we're gonna purge it from the back so that the refrigerant can flow through it and purge it, right? So we do about three spins right here, 2, 3. And we open this valve. And you're probably gonna be able to hear it. There you go, purge. So right now, the refrigerant, the high pressurized, is from here to here, it's right here. So we open our low side, and as you're going to be able to see that needles are going to move. See, it goes high, it starts to go low, so the refrigerants move from one place to another, this side to this side. Right now it's in 50 psi, 50 psi, and that's good. Now we close this valve off, we tie this valve off. We're going to close the valve right here, and we're going to hook the low side. When the system is running, it's when it's going to be the lowest pressure. Right here. And now we turn the system off. And we have to wait approximately 2-3 minutes until the system equalizes and is the lowest for the next pressure. Why do we have to wait at the end? Is because if the system is running, it's going to be pushing the refrigerant at high pressure, and there are shredder valves. Once you're trying to pull it out, you may burn yourself. What other tips to give you guys? Any ideas? Am I missing anything?
I'll go over the EPA regulations for, the importance of hooking the gauges up properly.
Yeah, again, like most of these steps that we're doing them precisely to follow EPA standards and protecting the environment and protecting yourself. It's good to have gloves as well.
How much do you get charged if you mess up?
If you actually mess up and release the refrigerant to the atmosphere, it's more than $20,000. Out of negligence, you can get a huge fine, which is nobody wants to pay that amount of money.
You check them once a day or once a week?
You have to check the O-rings, the rubber O-rings, every time you hook up the gauge to a unit, so every single time. And I actually forgot to mention, you also have to check that your hoses are not dry rot. And the way you do it, I actually forgot that in the beginning. You do this, you make sure that there are no cracks or anything. These ones are in good shape, but you have to constantly check that along with the O-rings. How much time do I have, Caleb?
About 30 seconds.
About 30 seconds. So, well, we're all working really hard here at the program at Utica, Chattanooga State. You guys come over, you definitely enjoy the class, and we're learning a lot of things. And it's very important to follow the procedures and the steps to keep yourself safe and to protect the environment. I'm going to go ahead and just do the last step. So I'm going to proceed to remove the high side. And well, there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching the video, and hopefully we should be posting more very soon. Thanks.